What's going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome in to a post-game live show on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. New Year's is in 2 hours. Happy New Year's to every single one of you guys. I'm going to celebrate here in a bit, but had to come on here and talk about the New York Knicks. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. First and foremost, thank you all for 2025 and rock with me and stick with me. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been supporting me. This is just the beginning of the Knicks Nation channel, and can't wait to see where this thing goes. And, you know, honestly, I can't be here without you guys. So thank you for the support. 2025 was an amazing year. Blessed year. So bless you all. Thank you all. But the New York Knicks lost tonight. Final score 132-134. I don't even know where to start, right? I don't even know where to start. It's not the champagne I wanted to be popping tonight, right? It's not the champagne I wanted to be popping tonight. That was corny. That was corny, right? That was corny. So, look. Spurs, first and foremost, Spurs, the Knicks had, I think, 30 fouls tonight compared to the Spurs' 29 fouls tonight in the fourth quarter. The Knicks got into the bonus really fairly quickly. And ever since that point is when the lead started to just chip away from the New York Knicks. And they went up by as much as 10. And look, Wemby went out with an injury. I'm feeling good about this game. And, you know, tonight was one of the first nights where I actually questioned Mike Brown's rotations, actually. I thought he went with Deuce McBride too late in that fourth quarter. Deuce McBride with an incredible basketball game. Clarkson with an incredible basketball game. And on a night where the New York Knicks were searching for rebounding, right? They were searching for rebounding because the Spurs out-rebounded the Knicks. Final number is, Knicks rebound number is 40 right here. And we have the Spurs at 48. So they out-rebounded the Knicks by 8. And in that fourth quarter, you had Luke Cornett out-rebounding the New York Knicks. And the effort plays just swung in the momentum of the San Antonio Spurs, right? And look, another game where anytime you drop 132 points, you expect to win, right? The Knicks offense has been really good. But what did we say the last post game is that their defense needs to pick up. And tonight, again, they allow 134 to the San Antonio Spurs. And defensively, it just hasn't been top 10 in terms of defensive rating lately for the New York Knicks. And tonight we desperately missed Mitchell Robinson on the glass. Karl-Anthony Towns was disappointing in my opinion. He started this game off really well, actually. And, you know, look, he scored 20 on 5 of 10 shots, 8 of 8 from the line. But when you want him to get down and dirty in terms of, he's been actually really good rebounding the ball. But tonight, just 7 rebounds is not going to cut it from Karl-Anthony Towns. We needed him to at least give us 12 to 15 boards tonight. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. And the second chance opportunities hurt the New York Knicks. Look, they shot 42% from 3, the New York Knicks, right? But OG Anunoby, 0 of 5 from 3. OG is actually struggling from 3 lately. I think he's shooting 32% in the month of December. 0 of 5 again from 3. Struggling with his shot a little bit, especially from behind the arc. Missed a lot of timely open looks tonight from OG Anunoby that I thought would have probably, if he makes one of them or two of them, the Knicks win this game. So everyone else shot the three extremely well, man. Shout out to Deuce. Shout out to Clarkson. Shout out to Mo. Brunson 5 of 12. Mikal 3 of 7. OG was the only New York Knick that did not convert in hitting a three. And again, I go to the foul number, right? If you go to team stats, once again, appreciate you guys. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Last live stream of 2025. Unfortunately, the New York Knicks couldn't go into the new year on a victory, but we're still playing well, right? So team fouls tonight were 30 for the New York Knicks compared to 17 for the San Antonio Spurs. 30 fouls the New York Knicks had and 17 for the San Antonio Spurs. Again, I'm not the one to complain about refs, but I thought tonight was very poorly officiated, especially in that fourth quarter. A lot of soft calls that went the Knicks' way. And, the Mikal Bridges, he boxed out. He fell on the floor. They called a foul on him. Just ticky-tack stuff, man. And even at the end there, where Jalen Brunson steals the ball, he makes the three. He gets fouled, no call. I know the game's essentially over, but you never know. Like, let's say Jalen Brunson goes to the line, misses it, Knicks get a tip, game over, they win. I don't know. But I thought tonight the referees were bad, to say the least, in the fourth quarter. And anytime you have a lot of stoppages and a lot of going to the monitors and just a lot of, unnecessary stoppages, that, okay, these referees are second guessing themselves. And a lot of challenges tonight. I think both teams wasted all their challenges. So poorly officiated game, but the Knicks, look, they led this game by 19. Anytime you lead by 19, you should be able to win. It's the NBA. I get it. Take these glasses off. It's the NBA. No lead is safe. But at the same time, you're led by double digits in the fourth. No Wemby. You still should be able to win that game, right? You still should be able to win that game. So, oh, man. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Happy New Year. Less than 2 hours away from 2026. And here we are talking about the New York Knicks, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Dis Rovers in the building. Mac Jean. Isaiah's in the building. What's going on, Isaiah? Appreciate you in the chat. I updated some of my memes and badges for my members. So, Isaiah, make sure you check those out. Dis Rover says, shout out to the refs for calling 3 fouls on us within 15 seconds of playing time. Yeah. Yo, Alpha, what's going on? Good effort. Can't be mad at it. Look, it sucks because I wanted this one. Look, shout out to, again, going back to Mike Brown's rotations. I thought Mike Brown, tonight was one of the games where I actually questioned Mike Brown's rotations. Because in that first half, Kevin McCullough Jr., this kid's legit, guys. Kevin McCullough Jr. is legit. And I think as time goes on, I'm happy that he's playing, right? As time goes on, he's just going to gain even more confidence. He's legit. I really do think he has the motor to be a really good player in the NBA, especially Mo. To start this game, Diawara, Spurs are leaving him wide open. He hits 2 open threes, right? They're still leaving him open. I think he went 2 of 4 from 3 in the first quarter, 2 of 5. And he's confident. These young players are confident, right? These young players are playing extremely well. I don't believe they played in the second half, though, right? I do not believe they played in the second half. I do not believe Mo Diawara played in the second half. I'm going to his numbers now. No. Diawara did not play in the second half. Kevin McCullough Jr. played in the fourth quarter there in the final seconds, but did not play in the second half as well. So I would have liked to see it. It's tough when Clarkson was playing well. You need Brunson in there. Deuce is phenomenal, right? It's tough to get these guys playing time, and that's the dilemma that we're going to come across, because when you have all of these guys that deserve playing time and that are playing extremely well for the team, it's going to be tough for Mike Brown to kind of navigate the lineups, because you could have made a case that we could have needed more McCullough Jr. for his rebounding, right? We could have made a case that we needed Diawara out there for his size, right? But when you have Deuce playing so well, shooting lights out. Every time he put a bucket up, I thought it was going in. Jordan Clarkson is just a bucket getter, man. 6 man of the year. I think he needs to be spoken about. He's been phenomenal for this team. Maybe you could have subbed out Clarkson in the fourth quarter to kind of get more size in there and more rebounding. But I think as time goes on, I really do think Mike Brown is going to navigate the rotations in a sense where he's comfortable. But you have a bunch of personalities. You have players that are playing well. And that's the dilemma that it's honestly the first time we've come across that dilemma, right? And I know the young guys, the veterans are going to play over them, but it's going to be tough for Mike Brown and the coaching staff to navigate. But I do have faith, tons of faith in Mike Brown and the coaching staff. They will figure it out, right? They will figure it out. But defensively, you're seeing here the perimeter defense. Say Quizzy said it in the chat earlier. The perimeter defense. I mean, Champagne, man. I'm about to pop a champagne bottle, but Champagne on New Year's Eve, career high, franchise record. I mean, you can't write the script any better if you're a Spurs fan, right? New Year's Eve, you got Champagne popping champagne for them. I mean, you couldn't put a body on this man. This dude, all 17 of his shots were threes. 11 of 17 from three. Career high, franchise record 11 threes from Champagne. Prior to tonight, his career high in threes were 6. 6. And here he is shooting 11 of them on us. The one guy who was killing you from three. And there was a 3 in the fourth quarter that was actually a 2, and the refs called it a 3, and they didn't review it. I posted it on the Knicks Nation X. Wouldn't have mattered, probably. But the perimeter defense is a problem now, right? I mean, you gave up 134. Even when Wemby's going to get his 31 and 13 in 24 minutes, man. I mean, he's going to get his points. But Champagne, man, at least try some things on him. You could tell Mike Brown was frustrated. Knicks tried trapping him, and they tried throwing a zone defense, a 2-3 zone out there. They tried switching it up, and nothing worked. And then you had, De'Aaron Fox penetrating the paint, generating foul calls that just frustrated, especially Karl-Anthony Towns. So, tough one for the New York Knicks, man. Tough one. When you get out-rebounded and the whistle wasn't kind to you, and look, that's not the reason why the Knicks lost this game, but the Knicks shot 20 free throws tonight. Here's the number right here. 18 of 20 from the line. And the San Antonio Spurs shot 32 of 40 from the free throw line. Golly, 32 of 40. Damn. So, got to clean that up, but your 2025 Knicks are still playing really well. Down a lot of guys, and this was a successful road trip, right? This was a tough one. It really was. Look, I really wanted this one. This one was circled on my calendar, game of the week. Spurs wanted some revenge. Knicks looked great in this game. Offense was clicking. First half, go up 19. I'm sitting there like, man, we're going to pop some champagne during the post game. And then, no lead is safe in the NBA. And shout out to the Spurs. They're a hell of a team. 2 of the best teams in the NBA. And just on their home court, they played with a sense of urgency, and the Knicks just couldn't pull through at the end. But once again, the rotations are going to be a talking point. Look, they're going to be a talking point because anytime you got guys that are playing well and you expanded the rotations, Coach Mike Brown and the coaching staff needs to find a way to kind of not condense, but figure out what lineups guys flourish in. Because everyone is playing right now, and I love that. But Deuce McBride, I thought, got in too late in that fourth when the Knicks needed some more of a defensive stopper there. got in too late, and he was hot. And I think they needed like another rebounder out there, right? When Cat wasn't really giving you anything on the glass, right? Playing soft down there in the paint. And anytime you have Cat playing like that, it's just a nightmare. And he fouls out. OG 5 boards, right? Mikal 5 boards, Cat 7. No double digit in rebounding tonight for the New York Knicks, and here we are on New Year's Eve. We lost. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Happy New Year to every single one of you guys. Shout out to Knicks Nation. Thanks for rocking with me this whole of 2025, man. 2026 is here. Blabbering Buddha says 10 points per game is not 6 man of the year material. The way Jordan Clarkson has been playing lately has been 6 man of the year material. Bucket getter. Right? Struggled in the beginning of the season. I'm talking about lately. Especially in the cup game that didn't count, right? It's not in the stat sheet. It's not in the record book. Those stats don't count. He was awesome. Won us the cup pretty much. So shout out to Jordan Clarkson. Chris Gotti says, I feel like McCullough could have played more minutes. He's a scrappy defender. Yeah. And that's kind of like the dilemma I was talking about. Is McCullough Jr., like, he just gets it. Right? He just gets it. He impacts winning. He's a winning player. Right? He makes winning plays. And that type of stuff you honestly can't teach, and some guys have it. But McCullough Jr. played 8 minutes tonight, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Had a nice assist on a fast break too. He could have played double those minutes. But again, this is the dilemma that Coach Mike Brown is going to face. But I love that he's playing. Right? I better 8 minutes than no minutes. Right? Each one of those minutes are like they're a learning curve for him. Right? It's film that he can go back and watch rather than sitting his ass on the bench. But yeah, I thought the Knicks needed more of a McCullough, more of a rebounding presence, especially in that fourth when they were just getting absolutely hammered on the glass. I mean, there was a chance the New York Knicks had. They grab a rebound, you could tie the game or take the lead, and they didn't. Right, and you miss Mitch. Champagne will never have a night like this again. Yeah. Frustrating. Ichimura, what's going on? The ball movement got worse in the second half. I thought the Knicks were being a little bit too selfish, but the Spurs were in like a zone, and I thought the Knicks made some crisp, nice cuts, nice passes tonight that got them open looks. And again, OG Anunoby 0 of 5. If 2 of those threes go in, I think you're talking about a Knicks win, right? It's just that he's been like kind of struggling in the month of December from behind the arc. He misses a free throw tonight as well. And I'm not worried about OG one bit. He'll bounce back in terms of shooting the three. Mikal missed a wide open corner 3 as well. But offense wasn't a problem tonight. I mean, you dropped 132 points. It's getting stops. Offense wasn't a problem at all. We could talk about all of your, you drop 132. You couldn't get a stop. And Champagne on Christmas Eve. I mean, books write themselves. 11 threes for Champagne, who's probably going to be popping some champagne in a few hours over there in San Antonio. But the Knicks in the first half, man, they're legit, man. Knicks are good. Knicks are going to be good. We're really good. We're still a great team. Perimeter defense is a problem. Mike Brown has spoken about it. And I'm sure he's harping on it right now in the locker room. I don't know if the Knicks are flying back to New York tonight or staying in San Antonio for New Year's Eve. I'm pretty sure they're staying over there. But tough one. Tough loss. Tough way to end the new year. But this was a successful road trip. Every game has seemed like it's been close, and the Knicks have just been pulling it out. They're now 8-8 on the road. You go back home now, but tonight sucked because they looked so good in the first half. And of course, look, Spurs are a really good third quarter team as well. I believe they're one of the best third quarter teams in the NBA. And in that third quarter, that's where the league dissipated and the New York Knicks just found themselves down 2 after being up 19 in the game. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, Happy New Year to you and your family. Once again, thanks for spending time on New Year's Eve, whether you're home or you're out. You got me on the phone. I appreciate you guys. Salutes. Once again, Happy New Year to Knicks Nation as well. Eddie is in the chat, says we gave the game away. Painful loss. That boy Kevin is hungry. Yes, he is hungry. He is hungry. Grilled says we lose to a team with 40 free throw and random bull hitting 11 threes. Yeah, man. Tough. D. Tyler says, cat shaking my head. Yeah. A night where you need your big man to play like a big man down low and box out and to not get out rebounded by smaller players is what we really needed from Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. And we just didn't have that, right? Offensively, he was efficient, right? Was getting to the line. He's effective. But you need him to sometimes just gobble up those rebounds and, you know, act like Mitch every now and then, which he has, right? He has been. Just tonight wasn't his night, you know? Tonight wasn't his night. Mitch owned this team in the cup. Owned them. They had no answer for Mitch. Owned them. If Mitchell Robinson played tonight, we win this game. That was the difference. Those second chance points, the defense, and the 11 threes. Franchise record, man, for them. That was the difference, right? So Patrick says, I don't like this load management. You're talking about Mitchell Robinson? Yeah, Mitchell Robinson is going to return one of these games this weekend. They're trying to get him. They're trying to get him right. They want him healthy for the playoffs. They don't want any hiccups whatsoever. Knicks have had a gruesome schedule, a lot of traveling, and they want to get him right. Right? This is not like years past where Thibs is going to play, you know, Mitch. Hart would have been playing right now with a sprained ankle. Hart is back in New York. He hasn't been with the team on his road trip. Years past, it wouldn't have happened, but the Knicks haven't needed these guys. Right? The young guys have stepped up. They have stepped up. Especially McCullough. Man, Diawara tonight to open this game. How about him, man? Bright future in this league. But the player who surprised McCullough. Like he's a Duracell battery out there. Like he's a AA battery out there. Like he's bouncy. He got some vision too. If he develops that shot a little bit, you see the upside with him. He should have played more tonight. When you need rebounding, he's hungry. He's a young, but he makes a mistake out there. You can see it bothers him. Like he's like, damn, man, shaking his head. Lost the tip on the jump ball. He was upset. So they didn't play in this. They did barely played. I mean, Diawara no playing time in the second half, and McCullough Jr. got in there at the end. But yeah, Just Rover says, and if the Spurs show a normal amount of free throws, like 24, we would have blown them out. Look, I know some of the foul calls in the fourth quarter were ticky-tack stuff, but the Knicks have to be disciplined enough to not get into the penalty. 7 minutes to go. I think it was like 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Spurs are at the line because they're in the penalty already. And I'm like, this is not going to bode well. Anytime that happens, anytime you put yourself in that situation, it's not going to bode well for you. And that kind of threw the rhythm off. You pile that on with the Spurs out hustling and out rebounding the New York Knicks for second chance points, and Cornette was awesome for them, right? It's not going to bode well for you. Shout out to Gershon for running that fast break tonight, by the way. You saw him sprinting. He was sprinting. Hit that layup on that fast break. Carmel says, we already know the team is nice. Cat has to go. Then he says, F all that. Cat gotta go. Grilled Mouse is calling another man bouncy. Bruh. I mean, yeah, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. Come on now. Come on now. Cat, the thing about Cat tonight, and I know you're frustrated with Cat, but he just played soft. Played too soft for me, right? I need you to get in the paint and box out, and this we needed boards tonight. We needed boards, right? And you can't foul out. You can't. No Wemby. You can't foul out. Can't happen. You know opponents are hunting and they're looking for you. You can't. That cannot happen, right? That cannot happen. So, but in the midst of all this, you're 23-10, right? OG misses all 5 of his threes. If one of those goes in, you win the game probably. Offensively, you're one of the best teams in the NBA. It's now the defense has kind of worked against the New York Knicks. I mean, you go back to their schedule, right? I pointed this out in the last post game, right? I mean, look at this. 126, 128, 130. Look at the opponents. 124, 125, 125, 134. In the last 4 games, right? 5 out of the last 6 games, the New York Knicks have allowed 120 plus points in 5 out of the last 6 games, right? Somewhere, Tom Thibodeau's turning over. That's bad. And I know it's 2025, 2026. It's new day and age, but that needs to improve, right? That needs to improve. And it just hasn't been improving lately. And the Knicks got back in the top 10 in defensive rating. It's just now you're starting to see them fall into the bad habits of the perimeter defense stuff. And I just hope they can clean that up. And I really do think they will. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Will the New York Knicks win a championship in 2026? Say Quizzy says, I love how the young guys are playing. They don't look scared, so that means Brown giving them the green light to play their game. Yes, what's going on, Say Quizzy? Exactly. They're coming in there, playing with confidence, not playing scared, playing within the system. Everybody knows their role. Would have loved to seen some more McCullough Jr. in the second half, just off of his energy. But again, it's hard to navigate playing these guards. Like when Shaman comes back, what do you do? Now is when you have a dilemma. A lot of people said, oh, Tyler Kolek is taking Deuce McBride's job. That was never happening. Kolek and Deuce McBride can play together. And you see that. Deuce is awesome. Catch and shoot. I mean, he's awesome. He can play with anybody. But now when you put in McCullough Jr. in the mix, and it's not like you put him in there and he's making mistakes. He's making plays, winning plays. Now you have McCullough Jr. in the mix. Then Shamet doing basketball activities. When he comes back, I know McCullough Jr. will probably get the bench treatment. But you have a lot of guards now that can contribute. And maybe this is a thought in Leon Rose's head. Like maybe I can consolidate a little, right? Although I don't like I want these guys on my team. When's the last time when's the last time we've had a first round pick perform like Diawara? RJ, right? RJ. Second round pick, excuse me. RJ was the year the Zion draft. Diawara has blossomed here for being the 51st pick. It's really It's good problems to have, right? Daddy A hasn't really done much quickly. Grilled Mouth says quickly in the chat. Yeah. When quickly blossomed. I'm talking about rookie. Like rookie performance. When's the last rookie to perform like Diarra was playing? And I know it's a small sample size, right? But I know quickly had some moments. Obi had some moments, never played really. RJ, right? It's been like 4 or 5 years. Good problems to have. And I was giving Diarra a year, but look, if he's shooting the ball like this, if he's shooting the ball with confidence like this, obviously he still needs to improve on some things, but I'm okay with watching him grow and watching him make mistakes. But either way, these are good problems to have, because now you know that, okay, like when guys goes down, these guys can step up, right? When guys goes down, these guys can step up. Or in a pinch, if a certain lineup needs a stop in the playoffs, you can go to McCullough Jr. who can grab a rebound and dive for a loose ball out there and get scrappy and get all bloodied up. I'm really happy that these guys are contributing right now. But, hopefully when we get back home, we can get these guys back and these guys can be healthy. Marcus says Knicks versus the refs. Refs gave the Spurs 40 points. Yeah, look, I'm not the one to make excuses, but I did point that out, Marcus. I don't know if you just joined. I pointed out the referees, the free throw disparity. Look, it's the NBA. All national sports are the referees are terrible. I mean, I can point to football. I mean, it's just all over. The referees are terrible, right? Tendro says 72-10 is still on the table. 72-10. I truly do think this Knicks team's going to win 60 games. I do. I still do. Let's hit up the New York Knicks schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit up their schedule. Once again, Happy New Year. Hour and a half before 2026. Thanks for rocking with me on this New Year's Eve. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the support as always. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure to follow at Knicks Nation on Instagram and at Knicks Nation on X. Simple, at Knicks Nation. Atlanta. Philly's actually playing really well at Detroit. So Atlanta, Philly, at Detroit is your next 3. Then the Clippers on January 7th. 3 of your next 4 games are in the Mecca, Madison Square Garden. So hopefully the New York Knicks can get back on track. And then they go out west for a road trip. But, Atlanta, no Trae Young. I believe they are winning, or they won tonight. Yeah, 126-102 without Trae Young. They play better without this man. So they're going to be seeking some revenge. Philly again in the Garden. Hopefully the New York Knicks are healthy and whole. Need some revenge on Philly when they beat you a couple of weeks ago in Madison Square Garden. Right? When they were off. Remember, they were off since Sunday. And they played at Friday. They were well rested, but whatever. And then this matchup where we have circled at Detroit. And I cannot wait for that at all. Tough loss for the New York Knicks tonight on this New Year's Eve. Let's see if anyone is in the Discord. Yes, Yuri's in the Discord. Yuri's always in the Discord. Shout out to Yuri in the Discord. Let's get to Yuri before we enjoy our New Year's Eve with the fam. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. All right. Yuri, welcome into the Knicks Nation Discord. What you got tonight? Happy New Year. Yuri, you there? Yuri. Uh-oh. Yuri fell asleep. Yuri's knocked out. Sorry, Yuri. I don't know what happened to you there. Happy New Year, though. But, look, Knicks, Tough loss. Right, tough loss. Hit some of your comments. Mac Jean says Kolek has a lot of work to do if we needed a trade. I say trade Kolek. Maybe his value is a little good. I don't think that's the direction we go in. Like I don't all of a sudden say, oh, trade. Like I don't know. Like if there is a trade out there, like come trade deadline, and you have a chance to get a better player, like a foundational player, a reliable player, you can count on this guy player, and maybe consolidate a little bit. I don't know if that's the direction they go in. If you ask me, would I don't know, man. I kind of want to see these young guys now. I kind of like this. Like, I kind of like this problem that we're facing right now. I kind of like I love McCullough Jr. Like, I love Adiawara. Yuri sleeping with a whiskey in his hand. Bruh. Grilled says Yuri's drunk. Damn, New Year's Eve, Yuri. Couldn't pick up the phone call. He's waiting in the Discord. Please hang up and try again. He's been waiting for 26 minutes in the Discord, and I look, I don't know hopefully he's okay. It's New Year's Eve. Anything can happen tonight. Hopefully he's okay. But I like this, that I kind of want to see this through. Like, I don't know. Like, I know trades are trades and you always want to see what's out there and to see what improves your team. But I kind of like our team. Like, I love our team. Like, I think this is the team. Like, prior to the Kolek resurgence, like, I thought maybe we needed another guard. And look, there's always room for improvement. Maybe you try to deal Yabu and try to see if somebody bites on that. Right? Maybe try to get another asset with Yabu. Maybe you trade Yabu and Daddy for something, with an asset for something. Okay, I see that vision. But I don't know. Like, I know this year is kind of like the push your chips in the basket type of year, and to win an NBA championship, like, it's championship or bust in some eyes. But I kind of like our team. Like, I kind of really like our team right now. So if the trade doesn't make sense, I'm not doing it. Yeah, Yabu and Daddy for something I would do. But what are you going to get? Right? Honestly. Let's be real. It's not 2K. People are going to look at that package and laugh. Maybe an expiring. Maybe somebody who thinks they can resurrect the Yabu or resurrect Daddy. But one thing is clear. Diarra, McCullough, Kolek, their value has skyrocketed in the last few weeks. Right? And that is a very, very good sign if you're the New York Knicks. Very good sign. Very positive sign. So, guys, Happy New Year. I'm going to go ahead and celebrate this New Year with the fam. Once again, Happy New Year to every single one of you guys. Thanks for rocking me. I will see you in 2026. I'm probably going to be live tomorrow. So look out for the live stream. Probably going to be live during the day. Kick off the new year with a live stream for you guys with Chris. So Happy New Year to every single one of you guys. Stay safe out there. Once again, let's go Knicks. It's always let's go Knicks. And hopefully their next game they can, pull through and get back on track, which I think they will. Happy New Year, everyone. Enjoy. Stay safe. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Brunson a three. Bam! Jalen Brunson does it again!